Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Persian Perspective.
Perspective. Persian perspective.
Persian
I am touching my nipples.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so cold.
Me like.
We don't know why.
We don't know why. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers.
The podcast where White Christmas means something completely else. Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
You know,
Can't believe the year's over, man. Hey, can you pass me that pillow, by the way?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Do you want to bite it? Is that
I need something to bite. The Persian perspective. Nobody does it better.
Well, we burn our knees on the best rugs.
Made of silk.
It's hand woven.
Oh, God.
By only the nicest hands with which to do jobs.
I
swear we're not high.
That's a long way to go about hand jobs.
Yeah,
man. It's like you went to Federal Highway, ended up I don't know, SS-15.
Why am I in Seremban?
What am I doing in Klang right now?
Yeah. The food's good, but I'm getting stabbed.
So today we want to talk to you guys about drugs. Legal and illegal drugs.
Yeah.
You know that bit about Craig Ferguson? He talked about colonoscopies.
Yeah.
So like I've done a lot of drugs in my life. Illegal drugs, they're way better.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. Have you ever had like those painkillers they give you for like back problems or after surgery or whatnot?
Well, thank God I have stayed clear of all of that so far. I've never taken anything that made me go, woo.
So I threw my back out right, when I was a little younger, and they gave me things like Tramadol and Ultracet and gabapentin because the pain was so severe I couldn't stand up straight without screaming.
Wow.
Yeah, because my disc slipped basically, and then I got sciatica. So
okay, well,
yeah, no.
You're a full house, man, on a poker card. Yeah. Jesus Christ, four aces.
Yeah, no, it's I got my head was attacked by hornets, which still aches to this day. I got a couple of stab wounds. My knees have been reconstructed, and I have sciatica. How am I alive? I don't. The answer is drugs, kids. The answer is drugs. If you're in pain, do drugs.
It goes away.
It goes away. Yeah, and that's just the thing, isn't it? So when I first took the opioid painkillers, it was like, I can't move because if I move, I will vomit, but I cannot feel anything. Shit. This is both really great and really terrible at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. So my mother said that after she gave birth to me, they had to put her on the morphine drip, and every night she had nightmares about being a monochromatic succubus floating over her own bed.
Whoa, okay.
And I was like, oh yeah, no, I understand, Ma. I understand now. Yeah, I see what you mean. I also feel like a monochromatic succubus floating over my own bed.
Isn't that what you are every day?
Yeah.
I've seen you floating around in the kitchen.
That's just a guess.
SpongeBob snail.
That show was on drugs.
Yeah, that one.
I don't know what kind of seaweed they were smoking, but that show is like...
I remember watching SpongeBob when I was a kid, and I was like, this is a little too much. Some episodes, it goes a little deep.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, psychotic.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not sure if kids should watch this.
Yeah, But I grew up a little early because I'm like 10 years older than you, as it turns out.
Yeah, you don't look 10 years older.
I know.
Than me.
I look 50 years older.
I can't be your dad by the way I look at
You got nicer facial hair. That's the reason why. Right? But, I grew up on things like Cow and Chicken and Ren and Stimpy and whatnot.
Oh, I love those. Yeah. At the same time, Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
I was like...
Yeah.
I was watching that. I was like, oh my god, Ren and Stimpy. Then at the same time, I was being like, oh my god, Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I remember the Happy Happy Joy Joy song. And I thought to myself, even at 12 years old, I know somebody has done at least 3 marijuanas. I don't know what a marijuana is. I don't know what it was, But I know that this is what it'll do to you.
I remember one episode Ren was taking out every nerve endings of its teeth. One by one, and I was like, Well, anyways, we're getting sidetracked. Back to the drugs.
Yeah. Did we deviate? No, I feel like this is pretty on point. But the legal ones are, in fact, much better, as Craig Ferguson said. But it's interesting because Craig Ferguson is a Glaswegian. And I don't know, Glasgow's got a hell of a drug problem.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, no,
I'm not surprised.
Like, being a smackhead is like the national sport in Glasgow. So... It was the birthplace of train spotting, so...
yeah, that explains a lot.
Now it's called coming together.
Yeah, that's all coming together, yeah.
Like, a whole bunch of people doing heroin, and you think to yourself, this is pretty outlandish. And then an actual Glaswegian would say, nah, mate, that's literally just Wednesday.
Right.
Yeah, no. It's a serious problem and a serious solution if you've got some problems.
Billy Connolly, my favorite comedian, massive drug addict when he was younger.
Yeah. Now you know.
And I was like, so it was old Glasgow.
Yeah.
That's the place he came from. He used to smoke Pakistani black hashish.
Holy shit!
Yeah, according to it was the Red Bull of the hashish.
The hash is no joke. Let's talk. We're talking about hash, so let's talk about the time I went to Amsterdam.
Wow. Okay, I'm listening. Okay, let me keep my feet back. Okay.
So it was in total 3 days. So on the first day, I think I mentioned this before. I did a White Widow spliff at a Bulldog. At a coffee shop somewhere. And it was the first proper spliff I'd ever had.
Would you mind if you... Sorry, spliff up, not... I don't know.
So that's a pure marijuana cigarette. Okay? No tobacco inside, just a pure cigarette.
It's wrapped in marijuana leaf and shit.
It looks like a cigarette. You don't think it's that harmful. You don't think it's going to be that strong.
It's just packed with marijuana.
It's just packed with marijuana on the inside and there's nothing else on the inside. You think, it's organic. It's fine. You know, it's vegan.
It's good for you.
Yeah, it's good for you. You know, the planet loves you. It wants you to know it loves you. It gives you this.
Yeah.
Okay? But, so I shared it with 3 other people just so that we could diffuse the effect. But the 2 chattiest dudes in our group just went really quiet.
That's not a good sign.
And they were like these studious Chinese boys who were like really gung-ho and happy, right? But then on the spliff, they were just like staring out the window for 2 hours, just mumbling Hokkien to each other.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's like, I feel like I'm in an opium den in Hong Kong. What is going on? But then I took it. Okay? Then I had the spliff, and we were just, puff, passing it in between each other. And at the time, I was reading the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's not a good book to read when you're smoking that shit.
But, so, pro tip. Don't read a Dan Brown novel and do weed at the same time.
God damn.
Because what happened was, I would proceed to walk out of the cafe and sit on a bench while eating 2 Magnum ice creams at the same time. Right, just left, right, just double teaming my own mouth. Like I was trying to win the Adult Video Awards or something.
This double blowjob.
Yeah, and I would have won too, motherfucker. I would have won.
You're lucky Ned wasn't there. He would have fucking made 3.
Ned was like, hello.
Let me get my trombone.
Is it rusty? Yes. And then there were a bunch of weird stains and patterns on the wall opposite me. And I ended up staring at it for 2 hours.
Holy shit.
Because I was convinced that by virtue of the laws of nature, that all things correspond to, that if I can figure out the pattern and decipher the code within this wall's striations, I must have figured out the meaning
to Da Vinci Code.
Just the secret to life.
Oh, wow.
Right, the meaning of life must be here. The structure of the universe must be in this wall.
Wow, it threw you into the deep end, dude.
Yeah. The cosmos theme was inside the interstellar theme was inside my head long before I ever watched the damn movie.
God damn it.
I'm like, oh, and I ate so much chocolate waffles. It is, the munchies are real.
Yeah.
The munchies are very, very real. That was day number 1.
Oh, it wasn't over then.
No, of course not. You fucking me? No. It's Amsterdam.
I'm not fucking you, man. I can't.
No.
It's gonna take me a day to find your asshole.
Yeah. It's go down and take a left.
Take a left. Get the federal highway.
Yeah. You know, it's like, if you want to find my asshole, just do what Jesus do. Turn the other cheek.
If you want to find your asshole, you light a match and you see where it blows.
Now you use 2 sticks that rotate and just see where's the water.
Wet your finger and see where the wind is coming from.
Yeah, it smells like lentils and my finger's burning. Shouldn't have licked it. The second day was a bit stranger. So we're walking around, right? And all of my friends just want to go to like a nice coffee shop to get high. Okay, so now it's like, so we stopped by at a tulip stand because Amsterdam. And the proprietor there is like a 17-year-old boy. He's like, we're looking for a coffee shop. You know where you can find a coffee shop? And he said, oh, yeah, no, there's the Bulldog down the street. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, that's the one where Ocean's 12 was filmed at. Mm-hmm. Right? So,
shittiest.
It's not a
good reference.
Not a great reference, no. Yeah. But you're like, oh, yeah, no, I get to smoke with George Clooney and Matt Damon and Brad Pitt, like, pretended to get high at, which is... Or so I've been told. Mm-hmm. So we go there, and yeah, it's very touristy. It's a tourist trap, right? We buy some coffees, and we take some like spliffs and some space cake. So I got a space cake, right? And here's the rookie mistake about a space cake: impatience.
Yeah, you take the whole thing, didn't you?
I took the whole thing.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that.
I guess not.
Yeah.
But the problem is it didn't kick in, and I was getting impatient.
It's like...
right? Okay. So I'm like, okay, nothing is happening.
Is this going where I think it's going?
Yeah, nothing is happening. What the hell am I doing? So now I'm just like, give me the spliff.
Haven't you learned?
No, I have not learned. You know me. I don't learn. Are you shitting me? So I do the spliff just to get the ball rolling.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm like, okay, cool. Everybody's nice and high. And then it hits. And it hits on all of us at the same time. All right? And then one of us who's like this uber responsible sort of like A-type personality who writes down the schedules of our trip in like Excel or whatever is going, guys... All right, cool. All right, we need to get back to the hostel. Could somebody please make a decision for me because I can't do that right now. I'm like, oh shit! If he's gone, we're all fucked. There was one sober dude with us, right, and he was leading the way back, right. And as I stepped out, the space cake hit a second wind. Because apparently this thing's got stages like a SpaceX rocket.
Shit.
So now as it hits the second wind, I have entered bullet time. Like everything slows down like the Matrix.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, everybody's in slow motion. And I suddenly realize I have telescopic vision. And I'm zooming into shit the way I've never seen before. It's like an episode of Limitless, except a lot less dignified.
Except of the achievements and the IQ and everything.
It's just
look at the tits, look at the ass. Ooh.
Except I'm just zooming into a water fountain because that's so cool right now. And the water's just trickling like it's slow motion. But it's doing the $6 million man effect as it's doing. I'm like, I have superpowers. And I can't feel my own body weight.
Shit.
Yeah, so now I am like Dragon Ball Z character dashing in between the people I'm walking with. Just like teleport. Why are you guys so slow? Why can't you keep up? What's wrong with you?
Look at the speed I am at, dude.
I am speed. I might have done speed. I don't know. But I am definitely speed.
Vegeta, what is the power scale on your scanner level? It's over 9,000!
I am doing this thing where they're all walking in a group, and I'm zipping in between them while they're in the group. So I'm dashing into front of the group, and then dashing behind the group, and then reverse jogging around them.
Crap.
Looking like how is this fat dude moving so fast? It doesn't make any sense. Like he's leaving behind like shadow trails. Like, you guys, stop being so slow. This is ridiculous. Come on, let's go. Like, I didn't realize that for certain kinds of strains, it's basically cocaine.
Oh, wow.
Or like this particular, like, it just makes you hyper. Like, it just makes you ridiculously confident, and you can't stop moving you can't stop moving fast.
Shit.
So now it's like, I must be hyper exhausting myself at this point.
Yeah, you get ready for the crash.
Yeah, get ready for the crash, which comes later. But now we're on we were all from London before we were in Amsterdam, and the two friends who were high with me the day before were like, "Hey, bro, yeah, we're on the tube, bro. Yeah, let's go back to Piccadilly Circus, bro. Piccadilly Circus, that's where the door is." Dude, we are in Amsterdam.
Like I haven't been to either one of those places. I know where Piccadilly is. I know where Amsterdam is.
And the whole time while I'm in the tram, I am opening and closing my fist while staring at it. And there's like an old lady opposite me going, "Oh yeah, he went to the Bulldog. That's definitely..." Like I'm just going, can you see that? My head is opening and closing. That's so interesting. How does it do that?
Crap, dude.
Yeah.
What was the result of that? How did it end it with that?
I woke up pretty great. Turns out cardio was great.
This is good. Amped up your stamina.
Yeah. I felt great. I thought that,
well, maybe you should get some of that wheat strain in Malaysia. Maybe help you out lose some weight, dude. Fuck.
Lose me some weight. Your passport renewals would get done in like 3 seconds.
Shit.
Yeah. We would get lost past in like a day.
Is that the hardest thing you've done?
No, that came on day 3.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought that was it.
No.
Okay. Wow.
No.
What an
day
I
of
am.
reading the good Lord gave to me. After going to the Van Gogh Museum, which by right I should have done mushrooms before I went to, that would have been interesting. We decided to have dinner at a coffee shop because at this point it's a theme, and they have the shop in the back, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not officially part of the shop itself. So you go in the back, right, and they have a menu, and so you talked about Pakistani black hash, right?
Yeah, Pakistani black hash, yeah.
So they didn't have Pakistani black hash, but they had Afghan blonde hash.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's sister to the
Pakistani, to that, right? So yeah. I buy a brick, and so how do I use it? Oh, it's very simple. You
buy a brick.
I bought like a tiny brick.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So second is
I bought a brick. Not like an actual
house
brick.
Jesus fucking Christ. No. You went to the cartel.
Pablo Escobar. I bought a tiny brick about the size of like a small Lego.
Like a matchbox, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, you're supposed to share this with 4 people.
Wow.
Right? So you cut it, and then you sprinkle it on some candy, and then you eat it, and then you get a nice mellow high for the rest of the evening.
I assume that's not what you did, but okay.
No one wanted to share. I sprinkled it on some Snickers, but everybody was like, we don't care. Like, we don't want your fucking Snickers. Right? We're happy with what we're doing. And I'm like, and now I feel dejected. I'm like, you know what? Fine. Fuck all of you.
I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do this myself. I paid for it. None of you want it.
Just pull the brakes for a second. Have you been introduced to Joey Diaz at this point?
No.
Or no? Okay.
But this sounds like something Joey Diaz would have done, right?
This is exactly a copy of this is like Joey Diaz's life here. Minus the cocksucking. Cocksucker.
It gets better. So
wow, okay, talk about cocksucking.
Okay. So now I've done the entire brick with myself.
Entire brick of Afghani
blonde hash.
Okay.
Which you're supposed to share
with 4 people.
With 4 people for the maximum effect.
Yes.
So now I've done 4 times the maximum recommended dose.
Yes.
What happens next can only be described as if Dante's Divine Comedy was put through a kaleidoscope in a disco.
Oh, shit.
Because now I'm hallucinating hard. Now it is a nasty, mind-altering, nauseating trip, the likes of which I have never felt before.
You're tripping now.
And now I'm tripping. This is not just a high anymore. I am tripping now.
You're having hallucinations.
Yeah, now my vision is blurring into something else.
Okay.
Now, when you're on a trip, you're supposed to get to a nice, comfortable, safe place.
Relax.
Yes. We didn't do that. We just said, hey, let's take a trip through the red light district at night.
Oh, Raki.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
Don't fucking do that by the fuck.
So right now, it feels like I'm walking through neon hell with all the red lights.
I am seeing you walking slow motion as this camera is doing that zoom while you're still in focus, zoom out of you while you're still in the focus. Out of the
that dolly zoom thing.
That doll zoom thing.
Yeah.
With maybe Pink Floyd in the background.
Yeah. And
or the Walker Brothers.
It's some kind of weird like David Lynch film thing going on right now.
Yeah, David Lynch. Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, that's it.
But now it's everything, because right now I know what I'm looking at, but in my head
what time of day was?
It was at nighttime.
Oh.
Right, so now the red light is at its maximum effect.
Yes.
At the red light district.
Yeah, and all the girls are doing stuff.
All the other girls are doing things, but it's combined with a bunch of girls doing things. Another girl is like beckoning me to the window.
Come here.
Another one is like leaned against her window looking really sad and depressed.
Oh.
Right, some are crying, some are laughing, some are seducing, some don't care. It looks like hell. It looks literally like postmodern hell. And I am losing my fucking mind. It is red. I think shit is on fire. Whenever I close my mind, it's the same image, but seen through broken glass reflections. Okay, so now it's like a jagged broken glass reflection kaleidoscope of my own imagination every time I close my eyes. And when I open up my eyes, it's not much better.
Shit.
Right? So now I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Where the fuck am I? I can't even feel my own body.
You panicking?
Huh?
Panicking?
I am too delirious, too panicked, but I know that physiologically that I am. Okay?
Are you walking straight, by the way, or are you going side to side?
I think I'm being guided. For some reason, I know I'm walking straight.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then it's like, we finally get home, and I finally crash into the couch. One of my friends is like crying because he can't get high because he's on meds. Another friend is trying to console him. So now there's hallucinations, consolations, crying, just loud sobbing and temper tantrums being thrown in another direction. We're all trying to get sober. I'm still high as fuck. I can't get out of this trip. So now I need to use the toilet. I get on the toilet. I think I'm jerking off, but at the same time, I'm taking a shit and I'm doing that head vibrating thing back and forth like in a razor head while I'm jerking off.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So now I've clearly lost my goddamn mind. And I wake up the next morning in the pool of my own vomit.
Okay.
Which means I nearly Jimi Hendrixed myself.
Pretty much, yes.
And here's the kicker.
What?
I am still high. I am still high as a kite. Everybody's like, hey, kid, we gotta go. We gotta go. We're closing off.
They're here. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you're gonna like the next part.
Okay. You're gonna like the next part. Want to continue after we...
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll be back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. We got new guests coming up. Okay. Bye-bye. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Persian Perspective.
Persian Perspective.
Persian Perspective. You guys can join in and saying that as well. It will help me like the fucking name that I put up for this podcast.
You deserve to hate it as shit.
I thought this was for radio. I was lying. I'm in someone's basement. There's fucking mattresses on the wall.
No, dude, you're hallucinating. We're here outdoors.
What are the odds in the world that we'll have a gay Malaysian and a Muslim Iranian, I don't know what, a Malaysian born in the Middle East and raised in the Middle East, and I don't know what...
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt.
No, we have Conan in the room.
Yeah. So we got a couple of extra friends here.
We got two other comedians joining us for this session.
Degenerates.
Degenerates. I think, beautifully degenerate, I gotta say. Yeah. I thoroughly enjoy watching them on the stage as they take a flamethrower. One of them take a flamethrower to the crowd every time he goes up on the stage.
Yeah,
it's in the shape of a trombone.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, and Rizman, which with his kindness, he kills everybody.
It's really simpy. I'm trying to knock it off. That's my 2021 resolution.
Do you want me to punch you in the stomach?
To be less nice. I'm practicing on Xbox Live. Yeah. So we haven't performed in 9 months. So I'm doing all my bits on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to not trying to be the nice guy. It's toxic fucking,
Normally I would discourage this because I think it will result in you having less sex. But
I'm gonna have fun editing this. No, Rizman, don't add to my editing time, okay? Shut the fuck up right now. Shut the fuck up with your fucking...
You can probably add bleeps in and then tell people you can imagine what Nat was saying.
We often do. And then we stay up at night.
Some nights I go to sleep and it's like, wow, Nat.
You know it's real, man. Yeah. Edinburgh veteran was like, do you want to take your audience there? And he thinks the stuff I do is risky. So I'll take that as a badge of honor.
And not just the sex, the jokes. This guy's got a orgy tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
Well, currently it's down to a threesome. The fourth person dropped out.
Fuck.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
Remember when you say he took a flamethrower to the audience?
Yeah, that's what I love about him.
Wait, what's the big deal? The word faggot is legit, okay?
We just got here. Is that the first F-bomb in this episode?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay,
Of course not.
You're talking to me,
This is scorched earth policy. I don't know where...
Yeah. Because you see, let me say this for the record. As someone who has ingested a copious amount of penis and engaged in statistically significant amounts of homoerotic behavior, I do not believe the word faggot should be banned. That's giving power to it. We should take back this word.
Yeah, you go, champ. You go.
All the way
to King Net the Fourth.
Don't king shame me.
Okay, so, Raki, tell us about your third day.
So, just to recap on my third day, took an entire bar of Afghani blonde hash, which I was supposed to share with 4 people, but nobody wanted to share with me. I got upset, so I just ate the whole thing by myself. The next thing I know, I am full on...
Flex, mate, flex.
Yeah. The full on... Stop being so horny. The next thing I know, I am tripping my fucking balls off and hallucinating quite badly, but in that way where every time you close your eyes, you see something much worse than what you're actually looking at. And as you know, if you're tripping, you're not supposed to be in like an overstimulated environment, right? So what I did was I walked home with my friends through the red light district at night while tripping balls. And it was a combination of like flirty hooker, sad hooker, laughing hooker, apathetic hooker, all bathed in red light through these windows, and I am losing my mind. It is fucking melting at this point. And every time I close my eyes, it is a broken glass kaleidoscope reflection of what I am seeing. I am panicking. I can't piece my mind together. I somehow make it home. There are people who are fighting and quarreling from my friend group. One of them is crying and getting angry because he can't get high because he's on meds. And my other friend is trying to console him. And it's all going poorly. And then we all go to our rooms and then we take turns using the toilet. I go up there and I'm on the toilet and I think, but I'm not sure, taking a crap and jerking off at the same time.
The double whammy.
The double whammy.
It's called a blumpkin.
A blumpkin, thank you. Yeah.
I thought blumpkin is
If you get a blowjob,
getting a
shit.
blowjob while taking a
Okay,
shit.
the poor man's blumpkin. Fine.
Yeah, it's a poor man's blumpkin.
It's a budget
The
blumpkin.
bachelor's blumpkin.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Tesco brand blumpkin. And while I'm jerking off, I'm doing that head shaky thing from back to forth, like in a Razorhead at the same time, just like, and I think that's how I came. And then I wake up the next morning in a pool of my own vomit, having nearly Jimi Hendrixed myself. And they're waking me up. Hey, dude, we gotta go. We're packing up. We gotta leave. It's our time to leave. The bed is not that bad. Turns out all you did was vomit out liquid, right? Because your stomach was empty at the time, which is probably why you were stoned off your ass.
Only time the stomach was ever empty.
Yeah, only every time my stomach was empty. I should do more drugs, I guess. And then it's, oh shit, okay, where are we going? Where are we going after this? We're going to Anne Frank's house.
Right.
Yes.
Suddenly, the bad trip from last night wasn't so bad.
No, because I am still high.
Oh, okay.
I am high as balls. I was high as balls for 24 hours. The night I spent sleeping didn't wear it off.
It takes a while. Huh?
It takes a while. I am as high in the morning as I was high at night. Right? I am still hallucinating. And we're walking to Anne Frank's place. We're lining up. I can barely remember. And I get in. And I swear to God, as I'm going up the stairs, I think the SS are after me. I think the damn Nazis are after me. I'm freaking out. The house is lovely, by the way. It's got like windows and shit. It's all very solemn and stuff. But the whole time, we got to get the fuck out of here. The third rank is on me.
And you do know she didn't live in there. She lived in the hole, right?
Yeah. I was still like, we have to get out of the Germans are gonna come. Gotta get the fuck out of here. No. And then we left with me clearly making a scene. Because everybody was like, there is something very wrong with this boy. Because he is making everybody nervous in Anne Frank's house.
He's twitching.
He's tweaking in Anne Frank's house. Acting nervous as fuck. And sweating more than a fat man should after walking up the stairs.
Leaving a trail of sweat.
Just leaving a trail of flop sweat. This brown kid. And then I leave. And I can honestly say I did not see that coming.
You think Anne Frank's place got like Yelp reviews?
You're the oddest one.
It did, actually. It has bad TripAdvisor reviews.
Really?
Does it?
Yeah, you can Google the shit right now.
I'll Google it later.
Okay, wait, let's Google this. TripAdvisor
Keith
reviews.
just had a bad trip, period.
Yeah. I just had a bad trip, period. In Anne Frank's
Okay, you
house.
go on first.
I know people
What's
have
it
fucking sense of humor with that kind of shit. Like, I know people like left Google reviews on the island in South India where there are cannibals there.
Right.
No, not bad reviews actually. They left great reviews.
Really?
Oh yeah, they were like, oh my god, I want to spend my honeymoon. It's an island that has no like it was a few years ago. This preacher wanted to turn everyone Christian.
Oh, that dude! And
That
he got
dude got shot
by
with an arrow. Yeah, fucking
yeah.
deservedly.
Yeah.
No, in
This isn't what the fuck is that?
Skyrim.
Game? This isn't Skyrim. Like I used to love God until I took a native arrow to the knee. No.
Okay, so TripAdvisor, Anne Frank House.
Oh, yes.
Message from TripAdvisor temporarily closed.
Crip of myself.
Anne Frank House, 4.5 stars, 62,297 reviews. Number 2 of 891 things to do in Amsterdam.
Wait, stars of what? Like David or just...
Is number 1 the prostitutes? I just need
I
Okay,
think so.
wait,
the
let's
sex
gotta be.
workers. Sorry.
Let's read the reviews. Okay, so there are 852 one-star reviews for the House of Anne Frank.
Holy crap!
Let's see what they say. Unhelpful and unsympathetic.
Oh,
Was really looking forward to going there today. When we were last in Amsterdam, despite trying for 4 days to get tickets, we couldn't. This time we booked in advance due to COVID regulations. We are unable to travel. Have managed to reschedule everything we planned apart from this where they refused to do so. Did not want a refund, just a different date, but we have lost the money and the will to go. She died, bitch. So she lost her life. You losing a ticket fee isn't much.
What an asshole.
Did not expect a ticket change. No, don't expect a ticket change, even in exceptional circumstances. It's just the price of a ticket. Why is everyone complaining about rebookings? Wait.
Well, it depends on how expensive it is.
How much is
the...
I can't remember. It was like
Look,
these 10, 20
to
euros.
be fair, in context, I suspect these are broke backpackers, so...
yeah, probably.
So all the complaints are about money, which is very Jew.
Oh, okay.
I smell a bit of a Jewness here.
Okay. We have a first interesting review.
Yeah.
July 2020. Someone from Dallas, Texas somehow got in. Oh, I didn't know they were letting Americans land. 1-star review titled, No Furniture, No Memories. We visited the house a few years ago. I have very few memories of this house tour because the house is without furniture. What a waste of time. Yeah, the father specified that the house should be empty forever, but he was drunk when he specified this. What the fuck is this American saying? He had too much Dutch
It's
wine.
an American.
Of course it's an American.
Okay.
If you like boring, empty cubicle rooms, then this tour is for you. Your classroom's all empty in America.
Hey, you think people have had sex in that house?
Wait,
Probably.
Just like the My Holiday Club.
Yeah, people are like, I fucked in that.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, hey, she probably appreciates it, and God bless her soul.
Yeah,
she probably died a virgin.
She's probably there fingering in clit, and it's just her ghost is like, ooh.
What a typical... it's not done. What a terrible waste this memorial is.
It's not circumcised.
The ghost is there, is like, ooh, the thrill of having a couple having sex and the Nazis chasing me.
Hello, I don't know if you can hear me, but Mazel Tov on getting laid.
Do it through.
Do it for me.
Do it through a cloth.
Do it through a cloth.
Do it through a cloth. Give it to her.
This is an interesting review.
I want to believe the ghost of Anne Frank is...
Hit her in the Star of David.
Yeah, you know...
Judging your sex positions.
Yeah. You know, doggy again? Really? That's so... Come on.
Slam it into her Star of David.
We have an interesting review here. It's a 1-star review, but okay. Hear me out on this one. Rubbish. Unauthentic. A trap for boring people with no opinion, using it as a checkbox for cultural maturity. Okay, wait, that's a valid point. Some people visit it and use it. Okay, so let's go on to the review itself. Boring, full stop. It's interesting, but nothing more than you already know about Anne Frank.
What do you expect?
Unless you're particularly spiritual, there is no sense of connectivity with Anne Frank or the period whatsoever. And no, this is relevant because if they've emptied the house, all that's left is the sentiment. So, okay. This is facilitated by the fact you queue to get in and follow a crowd around inside the Ide. Okay, that's what they call the place. It lasts around 20 minutes and it's basically a bunch of placards on the wall highlighting inconsequential items that you'll forget about as soon as you leave. Aren't that all museums and tours though?
That's,
pretty much all the museums do that
I don't know.
And then, you see, are we still on day 3?
No, it was 3 days. Before that, it was me doing a White Widow spliff and then staring at the wall for 2 hours, convinced that the patterns on the wall would reveal the meaning of life, because I was reading Dan Brown before that. Second day was me taking a space cake, getting impatient, doing even more spliffs, and then everything became bullet time in slow motion, and they started Dragon Ball level teleporting in between all of my members. And third day is me having Kaleidoscope Dante's Divine Comedy through the red light district of Amsterdam, and then tripping my balls off at Anne Frank's house. So all in all, very good cultural experience. In between there, Van Gogh Museum, Night Watch and that and all that shit. Yeah, and having breakfast food for lunch, which is really weird.
Did you leave a 5-star review for Anne Frank's house?
The internet wasn't as advanced back then.
Anne Frank.
No, after the podcast you should, man, just to make up for people like Sam Hitch.
Yeah, that's one thing. I feel like it's a little bit like uncomfortable to leave a 1-star review for Anne Frank's house, because that's what they used to wear.
What if you... Good one. Yeah, what if you leave a 1-star review and it's like, how the fuck did Nazis didn't find her? 1 star.
I could have found
her in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
She clearly was a heroine, superheroine of some kind.
I don't know.
So is that the hardest high you've ever had?
That is probably the hardest high. The only other thing is, at one point I got really high, and at the place that I was living a long time ago, I won't say where. And I had a cat at the time, like a kitten, and I got so high I couldn't get off the bed.
What did you take?
It was just weed. At the time,
Some
I wasn't.
catnip.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit of spinach for the health.
Burning spinach.
Yeah. And I was too high to get up, so my cat would walk on my face.
Was he walking over your face?
Yeah, no, that's the closest I ever came to eating pussy, and then it just fell asleep on my face. So I nearly got suffocated by my cat to death.
Great.
Yeah, no, pussy sat on my face.
Did you grab that pussy?
Eventually, I had to grab the pussy. I didn't want to die.
You told me a story about how your current cat now will try to cock block you or something.
Yeah, no, my cat has this issue where if I'm trying to jerk off, he will come and lie down on my crotch.
Oh, cuddle it, because he thought you cuddle it.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, why are you stroking that? Stroke this instead.
So you know what you should do? You should put your feet on your cat and hold it down and be like, motherfucker, can't you see I'm jerking up, and then just unload it on his face.
I don't want to do that because the last cat we used to have in Penang would actually stare at your dick as if it was like a wild bird that wandered into its line of sight. So it was like,
is that a
what the hell is that? I want to claw that.
It's still in his nest.
Yeah.
I mean, I have jerked off outside the house before, and my dog was staring at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Oh god.
Yeah, you wish you could do this, dog.
I've seen your house. How do you get away with that?
Yeah.
It was 3 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Why did you do that exactly for?
I like lah.
Well, I suppose that's a valid reason.
Yeah. Because
Your Honor, it's because he likes.
All right.
Well,
the verdict.
all parties
Innocent.
all parties involved consented.
Yeah.
Do you want answers? I want the truth.
The dog flashes his balls at me all the time. I should be able to do the same.
Yeah, and my cat licks his asshole in front of me. I feel like, turn around is fair play. So,
But I mean, if you want to jerk off, why don't you throw a paper bag or something outside, and then Oreo will go and play with the paper bag. And
eventually he's gonna jump onto the table and get bored because this is not the money I spend my OnlyFans on for. This is poor content. Ugh.
Oh well.
I should have just gotten Pornhub Premium and then just jumped on the table and went to sleep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so the original topic was about drugs.
Now we're talking about masturbation.
Yeah, we just get back to drugs because we've covered sex.
We've covered sex thoroughly.
Hey, but sex and drugs can be awesome though.
Yeah,
although not the current trend on the apps.
Sex. If you have sex with Gal Gadot
Crystal
and
meth.
do drugs, you have all 3 in one.
Yeah. Here's hoping.
But not the current trend, which is crystal meth and amyl nitrate, which are terrible shit.
Wow, thanks for the info. Wow, Jesus.
I mean, those
Amyl
are
nitrate.
technically drugs that are
Amyl
overtaking
nitrate has been around for a long time.
Yeah.
poppers, as they call them. Someone died in a British bathhouse because of them.
Yeah, God bless him.
God bless.
Yeah, you only live once, man. Just go ahead, try it.
You know him. I think you've heard of him. Scott Agnew.
Scott Agnew died in
No, Scott Agnew is alive. He told us a story. Some dude went to a British bathhouse, soaked a handkerchief in amyl nitrate poppers, draped it over his face, and lay down in the BDSM sling in the playroom.
Oh,
People went and were dumping their loads in this fella and
for hours
fisting
on
the
end.
fella, and there was no resistance. And after a few hours, someone finally realized.
when the smell started to kick in.
They're like, something's wrong. And
there's warm
It
somewhere.
tastes different.
yeah, probably. And someone had the cow sense to go and check for a pulse. There was none. They called it can you imagine the police forensics team? They're going like, so this is a bathhouse. And they're having to swap for evidence. Like, dude, there's cum all over the damn place.
I found 70 DNAs in this guy's asshole, dude. Just in his asshole.
Can you imagine the luminol?
That was a case with Kobe Bryant, by the way.
Oh my god.
That was a case with Kobe Bryant when the rape case happened.
Yes.
It was like, he had a rape case going on, and they were like, this bitch has like 70 other dudes' DNA in there. We can't say who the fuck that
I can just imagine that, they do the luminol test where everything glows.
The whole room glows.
The CSI's coming out. I think I'm blind. Yo, Rice Man, what your experience with cough syrup? Let's talk about that.
This is my favorite drug.
Anybody, by the way, have taken shrooms here, by the way?
Yeah.
No.
You did.
You've taken shrooms before?
Yes.
I've never, by the way, I'm the most straight edge of all three of you here because I've never done anything.
Nerd!
But at one time, I think I forced myself into a hallucination by sleep depriving myself a week straight and taking hot. It just happened without me wanting to do it. Right. But I would take a copious amount of coffee every night. So my sleep wasn't really sleep. I was just, my brain was going and my eyes were just closed. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, like, I would do that and for an hour into the night. Right. And then I would go into the shower, put it on the hottest level there is, and just kind of sit under it and doze off. It's like and it's like just pouring over me. So... And I just kept doing it. And then one time, it was like around 4 o'clock in the morning. And by the way, that somewhat I fell asleep. So I just woke up and it's like 6 and I'm like still under hot shower. And suddenly I saw myself going up. The universe started, lights were happening.
You Interstellar.
Interstellar. Interstellar big time. I went up to the sky. Yeah. I saw the earth. I saw the stars. I just kept going up. And the lights were getting more and more like neon and shit. And then suddenly it just came slamming back like bam. Yeah. And I was like,
oh, buddy, you astral projected. I do that shit once a month, but I get sleep paralysis. Yeah.
You get sleep paralysis.
Did you feel like the wind, like the higher you get, the wind gets windier and you could feel the wind hit your face?
I don't remember that.
And it's loud.
I don't remember that.
But when you enter back in your body, it's like that shit in Doctor Strange, right? Basically.
Yeah, it felt exactly like that coming back.
So like a punch in the stomach. Yeah,
kind of. Yeah. And there wasn't any noise. It felt like how you like if you just go under the water and you have the sound stops almost like just. Maybe that's it.
You astral projected, my guy.
Astral projected, yeah. That was the only hallucination I ever had.
Your body clock had a rape shower.
Wow. One question: how long has this been on your mind before you said it right now? How long?
Exactly, probably however long he was talking.
All right, yeah, he's been keeping because the second he said it, I was like, he's been keeping that in his chest.
Yeah.
So that's like the only out of body or not sober moment you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, that was the only one. And like I had a lot of work to do and everything, and I was really pushing myself, so I just went. And I went to work, and my friend looked at me and was like, "Dude, you need to go get some sleep, man." I was like, "Well," he said, "You look like a walking skeleton. Get the fuck to sleep." I was like, "Yeah, shit." Okay. So that was it. So
welcome to cheers to the sleep deprived club.
Cheers to the sleep deprived club.
Yeah. By the way, Nat has the worst sleep schedule I've ever heard from a human being. This guy probably sleeps. If he's lucky, he'll get like 3 hours a day.
If he's lucky.
On an average day, he'll probably sleep like a 20-minute nap. And
no. That's on the extreme end these days. I'm not getting any younger.
This dude has white hair by the time he was like 26.
My first white hair was 18, thank you very much.
By the way, that explains why he's a bit like sociopathic. That's my theory. Like when you just don't sleep, it decays your humanity.
No, but you remember you guys when we were at all those after comedy show hangouts before lockdown, before COVID and all that?
Yeah. Right.
We go home at like 4, 5 a.m. Right. I'll be up by 8 a.m. to go to work.
Jeez.
5 to 6 nights a week. So my drug of choice, back to the topic, caffeine. Massive amounts.
This guy's wild.
I mean the 1 liter of coffee a day mark.
Shit.
Yeah, this guy's wild.
Cheers.
This kidney's gonna explode.
No. I think
it's hard as
okay.
Before
Rule of thumb and friendly advice to any potheads or narcotics junkies listening: make sure you don't neglect your water intake. I might take in 1 liter of coffee a day, but to balance it, I have 3 liters of water going through. So I'm at 4 liters of fluid intake a day.
It's healthy, folks. It's healthy.
And for those of you saying water retention, I'll get bloated. Number 1, if you're listening to this podcast, probably no one's having sex or paying attention to your appearance anyway. Yeah. Number 2,
why are you berating the listeners?
They deserve
what
it.
What did they ever do to you?
Nowadays, the world is all about compliments and participation medals. So fuck them.
Oh yeah, Ned is a living definition of the word, of the sentence.
Yeah, and for those of you who say you get bloated, you get bloated on 4 liters.
Enough, Ned. Enough. Rizman, tell us about your fucking. Tell us about your fucking.
Talk about the robo tripping.
About your robo trip.
So I was hardcore into cough syrup between the ages of like 15 to 18. I lived in Bahrain.
Yeah.
I had this one friend, half American, half Panamanian.
Yeah.
Thomas. He introduced me to. He went to rehab for cough syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got kicked out of Japan for selling, for giving the corporal sergeant's kid OD. He's a military brat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was selling drugs to the kids on the American bases, and his family kind of got booted from Japan, moved to Bahrain, and then he's like, and then I was like chilling with him, and then we're at pharmacy, and he's like, oh my god, is that what I think it is? And he orders like these 2 bottles. He names it to the pharmacist. Can I get the cough set, 2 of those, please? And he's like, sure. Is that all? And he's like, that's it. And he told me this is DXM, dextroproisolamide, and it's cough syrup. And usually this shit is prescribed in every other country in the world. But for some reason in the Middle East, no one caught on to it. So you could just buy it over the counter. And the first trip with him was so amazing. Like
you drink the whole bottle.
I don't remember what life was like before cough syrup, but cough syrup, it's my favorite drug because it's every drug in one.
It's ketamine, basically.
Dude, it's like the first 2 hours, it's like Adderall. You're like chatty, you can like read minds, you're quick, you want to just talk with people until your mouth hurts, and in the next 2 hours, you kind of are in a calmer state. All right, and in the next 2 hours, you pick back up and you want to dance. Just want to dance for hours. Like you don't know that you're sweating. You don't know what time it is. If you're sun, you just want to dance. And in the next 5 hours, for me, just hardcore meditation. Yeah.
Wow.
And then sleep, and then you wake up with what they call the afterglow. It's where you look at the world like a newborn baby. Like, oh my god, that's a leaf. It's green. Oh, green is such a pretty color. Oh my god, the clouds. There's a shape, but it isn't. It's like wind, but so you're like that the next morning. And that was like the first like 5 experiences. After that, it just went downhill. Oh my god. Oh yeah. After that, after like 2 years of doing it like every day.
Yeah.
Like, I would just
every day.
Yeah, I would just like take 1 bottle a day. My buddy Tomas, who's like a fucking black belt in this shit, he would need 4 bottles.
Yeah, he's a Joey Diaz.
Yeah,
Dude,
this guy's insane. One time he's like, dude, let's make our own cough syrup. And then we fucking did it. Yeah, we made our own cough syrup.
Out of what?
I forgot. He's the chemist, but I just had to get the raw tools. So like a buzz saw and like a giant fucking huge Mountain Dew bottle.
Yeah,
2 of those and like a hose to kind of put the air in the other bottle and duct tape.
Yeah,
and we just left it just baking for like a few days, and then the end product is like this crystal-like substance that we broke, and then we just snorted, and then that was awesome. Holy crap!
Jesus,
the stuff you were doing, was it codeine based or what?
Codeine is that's the American cough syrup. Mine had DXM. Codeine has its own properties. DXM.
Did your parents find out or anything?
My dad is like never home, and my dad he just as soon as he gets home from work, he would just be in his room until the next day for work. Okay. Yeah, that's my dad. I've never had a conversation with him longer than like 2 minutes. But, yeah, so cough syrup. I had to quit that shit because like I would not get hungry or want to take a shit. For like 2 weeks I didn't take a shit.
Holy crap!
That explains you now.
No, I would look like this before. So yeah.
No, but constipation is a common problem. So folks, do dose up on some laxatives if you're getting high sometimes.
So I wouldn't feel hungry or full. Yeah. So one time I ordered like 9 or 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers. It's cheap there, don't judge me.
Yeah.
It's like 4 ringgit there.
Wow.
Dude,
Bahrain got McDonald's.
I ate 10 cheeseburgers in a row, and I'm still not full. But I'm not hungry.
Fuck.
So and then I would not shift up. Like, where's the 12 cheeseburgers going?
Yeah.
So that's where I have to stop. So yeah, for like 6 months, I just locked myself in a room. And then just listened to a lot of like Duncan Trussell.
You went cold turkey?
Yeah, cold turkey. It was really hard. Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
Like it was like 6 months of feeling like hungover.
Crap.
Yeah, everything's too bright, everything's too loud.
Yeah.
But still like my favorite drug.
Your mom living there?
I live with my dad only.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah. Dude, cough syrup, man.
Wow.
And then so this racket will go on for a few months. After a month, I fucked up. I told all my friends about this drug. And Bahrain is so small, dude. You could it's tiny, right?
It used to be part of Iran
and there's
80 years ago.
There's probably like 6 pharmacy shops. I'm exaggerating, but it's probably like 6, a handful. And as soon as I told all the other kids, game over. Everyone started getting cough syrup and they shut that shit down.
Oh, shit.
After like a month or 2, the pharmacist would be like, "Where's your prescription? Stay here, young man. We're gonna call." And then, we're getting scared. So,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so
you
got it, man. We got it.
You managed to fuck it up.
But you guys never experimented with just taking normal stuff you could get off the shelf and mixing them up, did you? Or you straight away went for stuff that you knew would get you high?
He is the Korean. I'm not a mixer. I mix anything, I'll vomit. Every combo I've tried with cough syrup, I've puked or almost died. I had like heart palpitations.
No, because I went through that phase, but because I used to be a mixer other than weed edibles. I would go to the pharmacy, I would just read and they're like, what are you looking for, young man? I was like, no, I'm just looking for cough syrup or some shit. But then they're like, you have a prescription? No, then this is just in case later during exam period, and you leave me alone. So I would read all the labels in the pharmacy, active ingredient what. I would write down. I would go home and Google interactions of this ingredient and then hallucinogenic effect. Shit. So I actually read every fucking thing on the shelves.
It's disgusting, by the way. Yeah. It's like this. It's like honey that tastes like cough medicine. That's the texture. So, dude, it takes a certain type of person to be able to down a whole. I have to do it in either like small chunks, or like mix it with 7-Up. To offset the taste.
But you were just going on pure cough syrup because for those of us who do mixing, I was actually looking like, how does this thing... I actually studied harder for this than my biochem paper. I was reading like, what substances amplify the effects of these drugs? And then I'll be like, being deprived of sugar beforehand does this. So I would take some alcohol because alcohol in the empty stomach makes you hypoglycemic. And then I would take it in, and then I'll put sugar so I don't pass out because my blood sugar is dipping very low.
Shit, if if you just fucking shave your head right now, you'd be like Walter White.
I don't know, but this was...
You got the glasses going, and you have the narrow look.
2013 through 2016 basically were 4 years lost in a cloud for me.
High five, brother.
Between edibles, weed edibles, which were the harmless part, and whatever I cooked up on the side, over the shelf if you do the homework, dear. It was bad. I was mixing up. My mom was like, why is there so much cough syrup in your bedroom drawer? I was like, sometimes I get a cough and she said, drink more water. I was like, yeah. In fact, she gave me rule of thumb, that advice by her, drink more water, because I felt like shit unless I drank at least 3 liters a day. I went to my family GP who, in patient confidence of course, told me that that's what probably saved your kidneys, that you were drinking so much water. Otherwise, your kidneys would have failed under what the fuck you were putting them through them.
Your kidneys are like, dude.
The kidneys and the liver are filters, so...
they need as much...
stay hydrated.
2016, my last blood test done the local GP before I moved outstation for 2 years. The blood function test, the GP was like, based on these results, I'll estimate that a quarter of your liver is non-functional.
Holy shit.
But this year, it's all back to optimal function.
Okay.
So the damage, I stopped doing all this bullshit in 2016 itself.
I see.
There you go. So, I mean, it's fine to experiment, but do take precautions, understand what you're dealing with.
The healing power of cock.
Be a responsible addict.
And the fact is, liver is the only organ in the body that regenerates like nobody's business. So
it's a pretty resilient organ. Just don't pound it every single day and it'll be okay.
Pretty true.
But over-counter mixers and looking up what would amplify this effect. Low blood sugar, alcohol should do that.
Oh, fuck.
I think the only thing that I ever, imbibed with regards to cough syrup was any kind of, sleepy cough syrup. Because my insomnia is so bad because my coffee habit is so terrible that I needed to desperately sleep or nothing would get done.
Yeah.
So I would just find anything with diphenhydramine in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just down half a bottle.
Crap.
Right. And it would be like, okay, I can't feel the bed and my body is 7 inches higher than it should be. But, this feels pretty good. I'm going...
The most fucked up thing is the munchies that everyone talking about. as I said, I've never taken drugs in my life, but I've taken a lot of antibiotics.
Oh.
And I think I was actually on a high dose of antibiotics.
Right.
And I got railed over by munchies.
Oh.
Oh yeah, like they strong antibiotics really mess you up internally. So I was like, I went to the pizza shop and I was just like, give me all the pizza you have. Just give me two big ones. And here's a fucked up thing. Like it wasn't just the munchies. It was like I felt like I need to put food in my stomach right now because of the antibiotics. I was like, and the only time I would feel satisfied is between when the food was in my mouth and being swallowed down. The second it reaches my stomach, I need another one.
Holy crap!
Like this, like it seemed like I'm packing into nothingness. It's just
so you became me basically for, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Ah, man. I think the most common drug that people take for granted is just alcohol.
Oh yeah, fuck. Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Look what's on the table now.
Yeah, well,
well, these are just fun juice.
This is
fun juice.
It's just Coke.
It's fun juice,
and by Coke I mean the stuff we snort. No,
it's a it's a distilled blood of Christ.
Yeah, that's what they
in the barrel.
Yeah, no, So I think in my younger days, when I had a cousin that was concerned I was being too antisocial,
you partook in alcohol to make yourself more social?
Oh, well, I didn't want to go, but everybody was like, you gotta hang out with some people. And then the next thing I know, I'm doing tequila shots.
Oh.
And in Talawi in 2 a.m.
Fuck.
And a bar full of Indians. And then Bhangra music, do not starts playing on the DJ. And I am 10 tequila shots in.
Shit.
And a half a bottle of JD. I am dancing my goddamn face off.
Yeah.
And the next morning, I'm almost missing a flight.
Oh, alright.
And I am hungover for the next 24 hours or something like that.
I can't go anywhere near those. I know for a fact I cannot become an alcoholic.
Really?
I despise alcohol. I drink. I drink, and I love gin. That's my choice of drink. Sure. But I know for a fact, that's why I'm very cautious because I know I have an addictive personality. I'm like, I think, I don't know if I told you, but I think it was Anthony Bourdain when he said something about the first time he did heroin. Yeah. And he said this, when I put the needle in my vein and I injected myself with heroin, I looked up into the mirror and I saw myself and I smiled. And I was like,
oh shit.
And I was like, yeah, now I've become someone. Yeah. And that resonated with me so much. I was like, I know that's me. I know that's not what I know if I go down that road, it's going to be bad. So.
With me, it's just it was this moment of where once I start, I didn't want to stop.
Shit.
Because there was a euphoria in the energy of not being able to feel my own body. Right? Because I'm so heavy, I can feel my body all the time. Yeah. But when I was drunk, I couldn't feel it. Shit. So I was twice as agile, twice as fast, twice as energetic.
Doing Kung Fu. Going on the trees.
Yeah.
Crouching tiger, hidden monkey.
Yeah. Yeah, you joke, but I was straight up salsa dancing with some woman. Yeah. In a club or somewhere, just light on my feet, doing the twirls and the dips and shit. Yeah. Straight up tangoing.
I danced.
Yeah.
And then not salsa, kizumba.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're a better person on alcohol?
I feel like I can do more.
Oh, I found a video.
For me, it's not about the alcohol doing more. For me, it depends on the people I'm hanging out with. Oh shit! Okay, Rizman is showing us a video. How old is this video?
This is, I don't know, probably like 7 years ago.
This is in Bahrain.
Yeah. We got lighter fluid. You need it to kind of separate the.
Okay, we're watching Rizman mixing cough syrup.
I got way crazy shit on my phone.
So you were basically distilling the active ingredient of the cough syrup into a crystalline structure.
I used to be the kid who recorded everything at all the parties.
You're like the red band.
I was red band.
You were red band.
Exactly, I was red band. I was Lisa High, basically. Yeah, because one of my buddies is a rapper. I thought, okay, when he gets big and ODs,
you have all this and use it as a documentary.
What color were the crystals you guys got?
It was like
yellowish,
the color
iodine colored.
yellow, purple, orange-ish.
Jesus Christ.
Iodine colored.
Around that color.
Yeah.
Iodo stuff is always okay. Well, you guys are getting some pure shit. Your friend knew his stuff.
It looks like peanut butter if you just mush everything together.
Peanut butter and jelly mushed together.
Yeah, the colors kind of come one.
Yeah.
Nice.
God damn! Wow, your friend knew his shit.
Yeah, he did.
He definitely did. Shit.
He went into a Native American rehab. And it made it worse.
Because they probably gave him some. They probably burned some shit in a clay bowl and told him, "You will speak to the tribal fathers."
And the tribal father was like, "Do more drugs."
All the crackhead kids got their own like Native American nicknames or whatever. Tomas of River, Wolf, Demon Spirit.
Yeah.
All the kids. So the rehab essentially works like the counselors are like these Native American dudes.
Yeah.
And like, all right, kids, we're in the wild. See you in 7 days. Survive. That's it. And then the kids have to figure out how to kill a cow and then make a fire.
Yeah.
But most of the time they will just eat shrooms and then grow their own shrooms. What's the one where you shit in a bag and then it ferments and then you huff that?
What
really?
the fuck are you talking about?
Thank you.
What the
I thought it was an urban myth.
No, they did that shit. It made all of them worse. They came out all the kids there.
What the fuck?
Yeah. It makes methane and then you huff methane. Yeah.
Yeah. So methane can get you high
because it's asphyxiating you. Yeah.
Ah, shit.
So this rehab is very expensive. So these are all those white privileged rich kids. So I'm thinking this is how the Native Americans get revenge on the whiteys. Get the kids way worse.
Yeah, get them way worse. Shit in a bag and sniff it. Yeah. Man, the genius of human beings.
Yeah.
We just know how to fuck each other up, fuck ourselves up, man.
Yeah, no.
God damn.
Like there was this report on there's this local YouTube channel that used to be run by a couple of dudes from BFM.
Yeah.
And one of the episodes, they wanted to be like a Vice thing. Right?
Uh-huh.
So one of the episodes that they did was about this lawyer, this really young lawyer, who became kind of a shroom head. Mm-hmm. And his whole thing was teaching people how to find shrooms in the wild in Malaysia.
Wow.
Yeah, so you find certain dung piles where cows have taken
it grows pretty easily. Yeah.
It grows pretty easy. You're supposed to identify the right ones. And the proper procedure to find the fruiting bodies, as they call them, the actual mushrooms, and then learn how to imbibe them and make sure you don't freak the fuck out when you finally take them.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
The only reason why so much do drugs is one day they could meet Nat in person and it would just ruin their whole trip. That's the only reason why.
Imagine taking LSD and bumping into Nat.
You won't know what's real and what's the truth.
Oh, you do not want, if you want to see the devil, really, that's what you want to do. That's what you're fucked for life.
I am humanity at its best. You people are just inferior.
That's what Hitler used to say.
Hitler redefined getting baked.
Maybe
my
shit,
God.
man.
And yes, I put this on Instagram. Rizal liked it right for me.
Alright, okay. Let's wrap up the podcast. I think we've passed 3 hours. We can continue.
Can we not end on my dick?
Okay, let's do one.
Why not? Your relationship
It's a fantastic one.
Okay, let's go back to the main topic and end on that. Shall we?
Okay, so in conclusion,
Viagra next.
Drugs are great.
Yeah.
Use them properly. Don't get high on too much hash in Amsterdam and go through the red light district.
And if you have problems with the man down south, go to a doctor before you take Viagra. It can cause a heart attack.
Especially if you take it with nitroglycerin.
Oh, yeah. And no alcohol with the little blue pill. Your blood pressure will dip so low. Lower than the Malaysian economy.
There you go. And that's pretty damn low.
Unless you snort it.
Snort Viagra.
Actually, people do.
Really? Are you trying to get your nose hard? What?
It apparently works.
Faster absorption.
It's like a 10 times faster absorption, yeah.
Also, drink water.
You're
gonna get high.
Like the Chinese people say, drink more water. No alcohol. Don't mix alcohol with durians. No.
God.
And don't mix sex with durians either. That shit is janky, man.
Who eats a durian and gets
your
fucked?
cum tastes wretched when you take durian
my God.
or coffee before sex.
Pineapple, people.
Pineapple or even Coca-Cola.
Pineapple or even Coca-Cola.
That's also a safety word.
Coca-Cola for that. Coca-Cola, for the fun fact, it sweetens up the pre-ejaculate.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, I did not. But thanks for the advice.
Thank you. We'll end on that note. Ladies and gentlemen, use Coca-Cola as an alternative sweetener.
There you go.
It was initially a cocaine derivative, so back to drugs!
Back to drugs!
Hey.
Hey.
Dr. Rabbit should have won the Oscar. Okay.
Taiki Waikiki can suck my dick. Bye-bye. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.